Hi. 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 Welcome to the Monitor. As always, I don't know why I say that every week, but as always, I am Peter Rubin, senior editor at Wired, bringing you the best in pop culture. This week, we have a comic book written by a kid. We have a documentary from a man who's really old enough to know better. But first, we have the single of the week. Not doing an album this week, we're doing a single. Why are we doing a single? Because hallowed entertainment television network Adult Swim for the third year in a row is doing their singles program, which is every week during the summer they put out a totally exclusive download by a different group. This year they've got the Hives, they've got Waves, but this week's, and the one that I am explicitly talking about, is Flying Lotus featuring Earl Sweatshirt and Captain Murphy, and the track is called Between Friends. Now what's interesting about this is not necessarily that we have Earl Sweatshirt making a rare appearance outside the Odd Future crew, but who is Captain Murphy? He's rapping, but no one knows who Captain Murphy is. Of course, Captain Murphy is one of the characters from classic Adult Swim show C-Lab, but we don't know who he is as an MC. So people are saying maybe it's Tyler the Creator. I've seen a couple people online saying it sounds like A$AP Rock to them. I say nay. I say, judging from the guy's flow, judging from a little bit of the subject matter he talks about, I think it's just Flying Lotus with a slowed down voice. This is a time-honored tradition of rappers changing their voices and appearing incognito. Del Funky Homo Sapien did it, of course. But I'm getting off track. The point is that the song is great. Great Flying Lotus production. Really nice, uncharacteristically mellow rapping verses by Earl, but it still sounds great. And it's free, so download it. Throw it in your playlist. Between Friends. Okay, next up we have a ridiculous documentary, but fun nonetheless, so let's go to our man on the scene. Thank you. Okay, so, you know those Priceline commercials, and there's this actor on them who talks kind of funny. His name is William Shatner. Now, before the Priceline commercials, William Shatner really made his name doing this show called Boston Legal. Duh, right? Well, before Boston Legal, William Shatner was on this show called Star Trek. It was on in the 40s or something. Anyway, it was kind of a big deal. And he thought it was a big enough deal to actually make a documentary about Trekkies. It's called William Shatner's Get a Life, and it premieres this Friday on Epix. What is Epix? I am glad I asked. Epix is a cable network / subscription video streaming service. You may have it on your cable plan. You may need to subscribe to it through Xbox or Roku or whatever your living room box is. However, let's get back to William Shatner's Get a Life. William Shatner says, I've been to all these cons over my career, and Star Trek has followed me throughout my career. However, I don't really know anything about it. So he takes his camera crew and he hits the cons and he talks to castmates from his original iteration of Star Trek. He talks to cast members from subsequent Star Trek shows, and of course he talks to the fans and their perfectly replica Starfleet uniforms. It's a lot of fun, and because it is kind of the avatar of Star Trek himself, the fans are geeked, everyone's geeked. If you get Epix, definitely check it out. William Shatner's Get a Life. Okay, thank you for that. Now, comic book of the week. There has been for a few years now a webcomic called Axe Cop, and it is written by, well, he's 8 years old now. He started when he was 5 or 6, a kid named Malachi Nicole, and it's drawn by his older brother Ethan, who is a comic illustrator. So of course it has all the necessary professional sheen of a great comic. But Dark Horse is now bringing out the first print exclusive version of Axe Cop. It is a series called Axe Cop President of the World, and it's so entertaining. It has all those things that you remember from trying to write stories and write and draw comics when you were 8. It has hilariously named villains. It has ridiculously over-the-top action and just concepts. And Axe Cop himself is seriously maybe one of the best comic heroes in recent memory. It's like if Magnum P.I. and Chuck Norris and the guy from Simon & Simon, the one with the mustache, if they all got together and somehow made sweet three-way love and they had a baby who then grew up in the future to be even more badass, that would be Axe Cop. Got the aviator shades, he's got the ridiculous brush mustache, and he's got an axe. But pick it up this week. It is just endless fun, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. But that is it for this week on The Monitor. We will be back next week. But until then, email us at themonitor@wired.com. I need both my fingers so you can see exactly what I'm pointing at. Let us know what we've missed. Let us know what we should be covering. Let us know how you feel about us. And until then, inspirational catchphrase here.